Here we go. Love the wheel tune. It is so good, right? Shoutouts to Frozen Spade. Put it together there. It's fun because all the little bits, we're missing a lot of the musical kind of interludes and things on this channel right now because the alerts are in kind of a weird spot right now. But they all kind of follow a similar theme. Spade did a great job with it. So, oh, and Gabsy with 115 consecutive. Let's go. Thank you very much. Let's spin it. Hey Santa, you're right on time. Haven't missed too much. Just some admin. So here we go. Okay, the Telwyninum from Havorius. Very excited about this one. I'm gonna have to sit here and pull up some notes on this because Telwyninum, this game rules. I have not played it in a hot minute. And this is, as you notice, all chapters. So we're not just playing book one, which is the one that I'm probably most familiar with. We'll be rocking all three that are out right now. So that'll be fun. Let me mark that one as hit. Telwyninum. Like a little part of me is like, you know what? We'll play through it. We're going to try to do our best. If anybody hasn't played the Telwyninum, you're in for an absolute treat because the game is very, very good. Unsurprisingly, because it comes from Dave and the Powerhoof crew. Speaking of the Dune soundtrack. Once again, to be clear, it's very good. I just think KGB is just... It just goes so hard. Alright. I guess what I'll do is I'll kind of get the game set up here. I may go grab that soda, and we'll do the soda taste test, and then we'll dive right into this, because... I'm a bit parched, and it sounds tasty. Also, I don't know how I feel about drinking aloe vera, but this is, from what I understand, not supposed to be like, well, I don't know, like hand lotion. But only time will tell. Other question is, where do I have this installed? I definitely have this game. But yeah, if people have been enjoying the Drifter, maybe you've seen it, maybe you've played it, and been like, oh, this game's really, really cool. This is from the same folks. Okay, interesting. So where I thought the Telwyninum was... There it is, okay. It wasn't where I thought it was. But we found there. We got it. It gets the Yoda Stories again. Okay. Alright, I'm set up on my side. So let me go get this drink. We'll do the drink, and then we'll come back for Telwyninum. I'm going to leave you on the BRB. 2 seconds. Alright, that took a hair bit longer than I expected. But we have the beverage. Now's had a little bit planned for this one, and I didn't realize. Let me just flip this around. It's possible that this scene change might really occur in a moment. Oh, yikes. Look at all these stream streaks. Archie with a 20. Let's go. Santa with 90. At one time, whoops, forgot to do grubs. Yeah, I did goof it up a little bit there, didn't I? That was my bad. Alright, well... Oh yeah, this has a little thing on it. Yeah, I was just making sure that I was going to be able to open it. So I keep walking in here without a bottle opener. But we're fine. So this one comes in from iDoc, or a redemption from iDoc. It's a soda that is interesting. White grape aloe vera. I don't know if it's a soda. It says still drink, so it is not a soda, but this is it here. It's a Timbark... a Timbark white grape aloe vera drink. It is in this lovely kind of clear bottle here. It's pretty. I mean, like the liquid's clear as well. You can kind of see. I mean, yeah, it's all good. I don't necessarily think things have to have bubbles to be on the channel. And I don't think chat will mind. As soon as I said aloe vera, I feel like everyone's like, yeah, this could be a thing. OBS is really struggling to just continually capture my music thing here. Very annoying. Let me just fix this quick. Shout out to the lawnmower man. Alright. Let's give it a go. Yeah, the only aloe vera I've ever dealt with has been, I think, in like a hand lotion. Maybe in like a tissue box. Something like that. Something something of that nature. But yeah, water, white grape juice, sugar, aloe vera gel from concentrate, sweetener, flavorings. So there you go. Okay. Let's have we'll crack it open. It's got this little, you can kind of see here, it's got a little thing to, I guess, pull the top off here. As I bottle tap myself. Good thing it isn't. Carbonated. Okay. There we go. Alright, so we got it open now. Let's see how it goes. Aloe vera is really nice. Okay. I'm excited then. You never know. Anytime where the first thing that comes to my mind is a cleaning and or like, I don't know, healthish product, a lot of times these tend to be pretty bad. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'm starting to feel very moisturized right now. Absolutely. Okay. I guess I don't really know what aloe vera tastes like. But this definitely has the white grape flavor. It's not hiding. It's got, you know, very much of that like kind of white grape, you know, like a Welch's style white grape juice type of a thing going on. But yeah, there is something that's like something else in there. That's not necessarily bad, but it's unfamiliar, you know? But it's pretty good. This is honestly a very pleasant drink. Not bad. It's very... I mean, I guess there's no bubbles, so it's pretty smooth. It does seem to sort of coat my mouth, which maybe that's the aloe vera, don't know. But it's like it's like very much grape flavor in my mouth right now. It's kind of everywhere. Thankfully, it's good. Yeah, let's threw together a little cocktail thing here with some grapes. So we're gonna try it, of course, as we always do, in sort of the open water here. As I bump the mic there, sorry. But yeah, hopefully this will be good. You can kind of see once again the flavor, or the coloring is clear here. The nose is basically grape. It's like very sugary grape. Oh, that's pretty darn good, I have to say. I'm a fan of the grape flavor across the board. I enjoy a good grape soda. But yeah, this is really, really pretty simple and pretty delicious. The one thing I've always found with grape drinks is that you can really get them tasting artificial, you know what I mean? And it becomes almost too like clawingly sweet. This is like, it's not subtle, but it is not, I don't know, it's plenty good. Like, it's not quite refreshing because it is pretty sweet, but it's also not like over the edge. I don't know, this is, I guess you could say it's balanced. It's quite good. Have one of these grapes. Yeah. Folks, this is good. Don't let the aloe vera scare you away. Ooh, that's tasty. I think it's nice. In and out of the bottle. Easy drinking. Tasty. Shout out to Meows who found that one. It sounded pretty cursed, but the tables have turned. Tasty one. Thanks, iDoc, for the redeem. Yeah, it's a winner. I would say it's a winner. It's very simple. It's just got some nice grape flavor. Definitely white grape. There is sugar in here. You can taste it, but it doesn't feel, you know, artificial and over the top. Had many a grape soda that has crossed way into that territory, and it's a bit too much. But yeah, this is lovely. It's a nice little drink. Just taking a look at the back here. It's a 250 ml bottle, so nothing too big. Big fan. All right. Well, that plays us in to the Telwyninum. But we now need to see if I'll be able to play this without too much trouble. I think we might have some double music happening here. Bear with. Champagne cola I have never had. I have drank Ramoon before. I haven't had every flavor of Ramoon, but I have had the classic, I guess. The classic, I don't know, clear one. I've had the blueberry. I've had the cola. And I think those might have been the three that I've had. The blueberry, I think it's blueberry. The blue Ramoon is an S-tier drink. It's very, very good. I should get some more of those. We have there's a spot kind of near us that has a whole wall of Ramoon. I should bring some home. They usually don't make them home. That's the thing. They're so tasty that I just crack into them. But yeah, the blue one's good. But I'll have to keep my eyes out for this champagne cola. I've not heard of that. That sounds kind of cool. A little wary of the aloe vera. I think that's fair. Yeah, I'm just not really sure what to, you know, what even's happening there. You know, I imagine that most folks are like me. You know, aloe vera is written on your tissue box. Okay, we're getting some crazy double music here. Give me a moment. Those that know are already probably starting to jam out to some of this lovely music. Just trying to get this thing to scale down a smidge. It is quite large. I think it looks like I'm gonna have to just move chat or yonder. Okay, Telwyninum. Cool, that'll kind of do. I can tighten this up a smidge here, get rid of a little bit of this, a little bit of that. That looks nice. That'll do. Okay, so yeah, the Telwyninum. It's a tale in 3 books. Let me get a timer out here. Aloe might taste similar to cucumber. Maybe. It could. I mean, cucumber and grape, I think, would probably be a good, a good thing together. A good taste. I realize that I do not have splits for this specifically, so we're gonna play through all 3 books here. The Telwyninum, all books. If I recall correctly, we've got 3 books. Book 1, book 2, book 3. All right. Let's just mark that up as PB. I've done runs, I think, of the first 2. I don't remember if I've done the 3rd one as well, but yeah, these games are really cool. Let me see if I can change the category here. I don't know if Telwyninum is... Oh, it is. It is listed in here. So this is a Game Jam game from, again, the Powerhoof folks. Big shout out to Dave and crew. So same people who put together the Drifter. This is, yeah, like a Game Jam game, and like pretty much it seems like every Game Jam, well, every once in a while, I guess, a new Telwyninum comes out. It's quite a fun little game. It's free. I picked this up at Itch. like a long time ago now, but they're free to download if you want them. And yeah, it's this sort of like fantasy world game. There's all kinds of cool stuff. So you can kind of see we almost have like a CRT sort of thing. You can see the I don't know if you can see on here, like this is almost bending a little bit, which is kind of neat. Let's see if I can remember the rest of the bits are here. Minimize this. See, I can do like, I think it's M. Oh, jeez. Oh, this is lovely. Actually, this is kind of what I wanted. Was to make it a little bit smaller. They can change like different effects. You can kind of see it a little bit now that I've completely busted the capture, but kind of cool. Game is very, very cool, very neat. Let me really quick just refix this again. So you can really get the television look on here, which is kind of funny. This is kitchen TV mode, extreme mini CRTV, old color TV. It's extreme TV. You get kind of the get some lines on there, some scan lines and stuff. And then this is like super mode. Arcade display. Oh, what should we do? Broken black and white. Oh, this is kind of nice. green terminal mode. Yellow monitor, CRT, emulation. So yeah, pretty cool. Anywho, we should pick a cool one. I think I'm gonna do. Maybe we'll do the arcade. Do the arcade mode. All right, enough goofing. I guess we should do this thing. The next question is just time to find my notes, which I most definitely have, and they're going to be so helpful, as they always are. Honestly, these are pretty worrisome notes. I just out of the gate because this was done for initially done for a short challenge for Speedy Adventures, meaning that I did this in probably like 2 days tops. Oh geez, chat's frozen again. Can't take you folks anywhere. Just kidding. Don't know what's going on with it. It's pretty annoying. It's an OBS thing. I haven't really quite figured it out. Here we go. Okay, this will have to do. Let me get a timer thing going here. We'll start at 5 seconds. There we go. And let's do it. All right, cool. So, right from the top, I think what we want to do. Okay, I guess we need to leave first. There's a cool glitch right out of the gate, if I recall correctly, where you can go like this and bring up this help menu, and we're actually going to walk through a cutscene that's supposed to play over there. Therefore, we're able to quickly get these stones early. I think we need something out of there. I think we might also need these sticks. Anything else out there? No, okay. I think we're good. So I think we have to stoke the fire up here. Get those going. All right. So, at some point we're going to be able to get those. Out back left stone from... Oh yeah, we gotta head this way. There's a hotspot over here for stones or something, I think, isn't there? I guess as soon as we see the little flashy thing, it's probably fine. Boy, it's been a minute, huh? Okay, that's a thing, and I think we need a little bit of this as well. Oh yeah, Seance of Blake Manor, no kidding. I've been seeing stuff on that for a while. There it is. Okay. There's like a thing in there we gotta grab. Yeah, that game seemed pretty cool. It had some like Blueprints-esque kind of moments from what I recall. What am I even doing right now? I know we need to... Oh, we need to put some stuff together, right? We need to do... Flint. Yeah, here's a good one here. Golem gives stuff. Forget exactly what we need to give this guy. Do I have to talk to you first, I guess? Hey, Spade. Alright, now we should be able to talk to this person. Yeah, this is the first spin of the day, so you're here on time for sure. Right. We need a few other pieces, don't we? I think we also need to go save the other guy here. Wait, these notes are bad. We might be able to go across now. But yeah, this game is really cool. I love that it just seems like an older game, but with all the modern sensibilities. Very nice. Willow branch. What is this? I don't think there's anything else out here. Touch the golem. Grass rocks, branch, mushroom. I'm missing an item. Yo, name's James. Yeah, it is this game. That's a good one. Can't like... Flatter piece of cloth to hold the stone. Yeah, my note is just make slingshot. Alex Briar. Do I go like this? Oh, there we go. Okay. Yo, 270. Holy smokes. Thanks very much. Did I not give you both of the things that you needed? Oh, we need honey. Okay, so... So to get the honey, we have to make the slingshot. The question is... where the heck is the other branch that I'm looking for? Hmm. A little tempted just to fire up another run here and just see what it is. I thought this one would come back pretty quick. I played a lot of this game for a while. It is a very fun one. It's a very short and sweet one as well. Yeah, it's very faint sound effects, so there's no music at the moment. It's only on the title screen, and like when there's a sting, it'll give you a little something. All right, we can do this. Where did I put this thing? Got a little bit more of a verbose one here. Toadstool, dry grass, get the weed. Get the stone, get the branch, get the stone. Axe on tree. Oh, yes, okay. Oops. But of course. There we are. That's the ticket. So we cut that open. This should allow us to basically make a sling now. Slingshot, if I may. Which I should be able to do there. And that'll get me the honey. There we go. Yeesh. Okay. Honey goes to you. I should be able to do that now. Don't think there's anything else I need to do as far as that goes. Oh, I have to talk to Wit first. There we go. Okay. So I think from here we now can move on to the cliff door now. Oh, the golem, of course. We need to talk to you first, I think. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I was supposed to touch the door beforehand. We kind of just went over and got the scarf there. I'm trying to remember if the later books have more music or not. I'm not quite sure. Now that you mention that. That is a thing, right? Oh, hang on. Okay, now that we've seen those things, we should be able to just ask about them. That'll move a couple characters to new locations, and then we get to the sort of the final. Yeah, there's our staff. You're good. Anything from you? No, you're good. Okay. There we go. I think we have to talk to her. Cut those down. We definitely need to get the arrow out of here, and I think that happens. Oh no, we have another conversation. Yeah, there we go. This part's actually kind of tricky in like a really, really, like, you know, on pace speed run here because you kind of have to be very, very good at your clicks, your dexterity here. Because you want to make sure you get all the little floaty things here. They're always floating around. I don't know if they're random. They always spawn from the same spot, at least. Cool. I think that is time. So let me go ahead and I'll pause this. Pause. There we go. Goodbye. There we go. All right. So chapter 1's done. A little bit bumpy. Oh, we got there. Telwyninum book 2. All right. So this story continues. It is wildly zoomed in right now, so we'll see if we can fix this up. Okay, this looks better on my side. We'll just get this touched up. Yeah, the music is also quite good. I wish, well, I don't remember in the later ones if it sticks around or not. Alright, we'll go Extreme Kitchen TV for this particular one. How about that? Yeah, very flashy. Alright, we're back. Book 2. Oops, I never split. There we go. Okay, so we need to grab some stuff here. Bottle. Do we need this one? Okay, that should do it. Firewood. Okay, the root. The tough part is trying to figure out where the heck everything is here. Oh, is this the mortar and pestle there? Yes. Okay, there it is. I was thinking of my mortar and pestle at home, which is, much, much smaller. Okay, that section's done. All right, we're back to our normal crew here. Must have to go this way. This one's been a minute since I've played. Oh, there it is. This thing. I think. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, the storyline to this is really, really cool. You're basically like chased out of your village and you're kind of on the run. Oh, there it is. You got like an interesting cast of characters. There's a lot of interesting twists and turns. It's very cool. All right, all of those pieces should be there. Tongs. Looks like we're heading back to the inn. Just here. Okay, there we go. So it's a shovel, tongs, coal. Okay. Can't remember where to use this. Is it up here a little bit further? Something warmer to wear. Okay, so that's not the right way. Extended. Okay, I'm missing something. We have to extend the tongs so that we can get the things in here. I'll be honest, I don't remember what it is. It says use the rods. Maybe we haven't been in. Maybe it's down here somewhere. Do 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 do. Oh, there we go. There we are. Okay, that's what I wanted to do. Yeah, that is a powerful streak. No doubt about it. That is Certainly the golden standard that I'm aware of, at least. The decoration. Okay, there we go. Now we can go up. Yeesh. All right. We are up and running now, which is good. So I think we just needed to pop up quick. Get everybody all on the up and up here. This is so annoying. How do I... Okay, well, that's a thing. Okay, now we have a wheel. Okay. So this, I think, needs to get used here-ish, one of these areas. Yeah. That gets running there. I go back and let Otar, who's like the dwarven guy, I think they call an uplander in this game, that the forge is running. So that ought to do that. There we go. That's how we get the corkscrew. That should do the trick. Have a hammer. Oop. Hammer goes to Otar. Double back here for the shovel over here. I knew we needed the clay. This is like a little thing here. This gets taken up to the top. Ba-bum, ba-bum, bum. Okay, so some things happen. Some things occur. Great. So I want to say this is what we need to give to you. You need metal. Okay, we got the T thing. That's good. Which I think is a key. Key goes in here. Look at this animation, right? Okay, we have a sword. Okay, there's our scroll. Scroll goes here. Saw somewhere you get to go. Would it be these? Oh, it's probably this. Some of these are not necessarily the quickest routing thing as I'm going through this here, but we should be fine. I'm gonna get some coal. Oh, we have coal already. Let's go. That's good. Okay. Back up to the peak. The hand in the strat. Yeah, it's so good, right? Like this little spot here is really, really cool. That goes to you. That goes to you. Oh yeah, this part's really tough, isn't it? I remember getting super stuck casually on this one. Okay. Big crack in the lake. It's here. Cool. Yeah, that's a really hard puzzle, actually, that we've just kind of skipped. That's a good one, though. All right, we need to look at these. Also, good walking animation as well with like the bobbing of the head and stuff. I really love how this whole game looks. Okay. Grab that. That goes here. I need to go up here. We just have to collect 3 of those little things. I think they're called breath. 3 breaths. So that's 2. Might be one near the forge, actually. The old forge. Yeah. There we go. This should go here. Okay, that moves us here. Sword. I think that might be time. Fan-made Loom sequel. No, I didn't even know that was a thing. So that's a pause there. And that's the end of book 2. Cool. All right, moving on to number 3. That one went a little bit smoother. There's more content for sure in the second one than there is the first one, which is kind of par for the course, I'd suppose. What you'd think as you kind of expand across a video game. This one looks like it might need a nudge to recapture, so let's get that. Finally, on to chapter 3. That'll do. On to book 3. Thanks for the GGs. Yeah, I've not... Is that what it's called? Forge? Cool. Is it new? I honestly never heard of a fan sequel to Loom. I've been on record of saying that Loom is the game that I would be most interested in a sequel to, because there seemed like there was a lot more story to tell. What should we do this time? Should we do old TV? Green terminal. CRT emulation. Define new. 2015. I figured it was maybe like within like the past year or something, because I never heard of it, but it might just be because I'm well out of the loop. All right, let's do it. We need the bow. Yeah, out of the loom. Exactly. How do I... What are we doing here? There we go. It's like, how do we get back there? We're supposed to get back there. So this is a tricky little puzzle, and I don't 100% remember how to do this. So this one I spent a bit of time trying to run as well, if I recall. Okay, no, I just have splits for it. I was just curious if I had something kicking around. See if we can maybe get it. Okay, as simple as using the character there. All right, we gotta get to the rope. So we're gonna try to dip out. And then we should be able to use this to cut the rope away here. The game will let me get the right hit spot there. Cool. Okay. Get the mud. This is our stealth gaming here. There we go. So we're trying to get some arrows. We're playing as Wit now. This character's name is Wit, and they're like a really good archer. Oh, right. Like this. There we are. Having a tough time here, obviously. So that part is set. Moving on to the next bit here. Back to where we left off. This has got a pretty kind of wild puzzle conclusion here. It's a tough one. I just need to remember where these things are. Sword. Beam. There we go. There's the incense. Oh. You get to go over here. their good walking animation, like hobbling. Oh, it's so good. Okay, there we go. Okay. It's one of those games where I think has like kind of the Ben Jordan thing a little bit. You can't always tell exactly where everything is here. What am I missing? Get friends, using send some flames, use the flickering light. Okay, it must be that. I think we can send him up there, can't we? These guys are supposed to be good climbers. There we are. This ought to do it, I think. This should move us to our final. Well, I say final, maybe not final. I wonder if this is extended over the last time that I've played this. I actually can't really remember. I also don't remember. We'll find out. But this is the one where we need to build the doll and stuff. Okay. Oh! Gang's all here. So this I don't remember. I think the maybe the original Game Jam version ended right there. That's this will be interesting. I could be wrong though. Might just not remember. There we go. Yeah, this is definitely all new now. But this is actually kind of cool. I just feel like I don't remember any of this. What are we doing here? Okay, so we do need to buy things, apparently. I love this, like, room, this, like, kind of cool background kind of world here. This is, like, where the Shadowfell are from, I take it. So are we good, or... Can't go this way, can we? Can. Okay, I think we're doing like a little bit of an out and back quest here. That's sort of what appears to be happening. Let's see. Oh. Don't have the money. I guess we must be good to go then. There's another... Okay. Interesting. Ah, I see. Grows in the swamp. Okay, well, this is interesting. Because I've not played this one, we're kind of running blind a little bit here, so we'll have to try to figure this out together. Doesn't look like we can go down, right? This is crazy. Alright, so who is Alnar? Are you Alnar? You're Chimancer. Okay, so we needed to talk to that guy anyway. This guy is just shopkeeper, I think. You'll never believe what happens next. So this is kind of a tricky one because it looks like all the things that we need cost money. We have no money, which is a problem. And then to help this guy that's up here, it looks like we need the stonemason person to do their job. And they do not seem like they're in the mood for that. A plank. Okay, sure. So Alnar must be a place rather than a rather than a person, I think. That's my guess. Let's try it in there. Just a shopkeeper, right? Just keeping the shop. There we go. Okay, we're back on track now. There we go. Okay. Okay, here we go. We're back on the road again. Let me peek in there. Still charge full price. Hey, I gotta make a living here, pal. Of course. As is tradition. Oops. Do you need this? Of course you don't. You probably need the weed. Boy, this is a wacky world we live in here. Pretty wacky. Does somebody want this? Do you want this? Of course not. Have you wanted it this whole time? Do you want it? Who wants it? No use. Okay, there we go. Jeez. Jeez Louise. Okay. We need to go back here. Yelling, who wants it? Oh, right. Can we do this? Okay. So we've got money now. We've got the money. We can talk to you now. Didn't this person just ask for something over here? Is that this? Fetch me some shrew brush from up there. What in tarnation is shrew brush? Okay. Okay, so that's that bit. Okay, so what the heck is... Okay, there we go. Oh, really? I just have to use it again. That's interesting. You can position her around to a certain spot before she uses it, so that might actually be a good a useful speedrun tech there, I guess, like positioning her to the spot. All right. Great. I think we're good. I think we've done the things we're supposed to do. We can try this bit again. It looks like we need to do something in the cell here. Is it just supposed to be here, maybe? Yes. Okay. Yeesh. It all goes to you. Okay, so now it's like the 50-50 chance of like who is it that I'm talking to? I actually think it might be the lower guy. I might be wrong though. Are you who I'm looking for? A lot of walking in this one. We're cooking now. This is okay. Go here. Okay, the gunk. Every good speedrun needs a goop. Got goop. Every good adventure game needs goop. More specifically. We need to take this. I think the shopkeeper is up here. This person might need... Anything else here? Ask about bridge, ask about lamp. Yeah. Do we need to buy these things? Yeah. Okay, so we've got things. Things are good. All right, we gotta get out of here again. We're going to go down to talk to this guy and give him the lamp. Tell you what, busy bees here. It looks like a piece of dynamite. The candle. Oh yes, the candle. Do you get this? You want the lamp? Uh-huh. Okay, I'm missing something. I'm having a lot of trouble trying to keep everybody's names together. There's a lot of people putting around this place. All right, buddy. Okay, this must not be the right. Must not be the right guy. Oh my goodness. Somebody take this lamp. This guy wants the lamp. But he thinks it's a knockoff. Oh wait, we got a lamp up here. Why do you have a lamp? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Excuse me. I noticed you have a lamp. Do you want the lamp? They have no use for the lamp. Do you want a candle? Use quick lemon. Okay, hang on. Maybe we missed just a step in here. Like, use these. Interesting. Stow the white clay to stop it drying out completely. Yo, Rosebuster, thank you very much for 26 months. Thank you so much. Very generous. Welcome back. Thank you. Hi. Hi right back to you. The woofs. Thank you very much. Ask shopkeeper about lamp again. Did I like buy the wrong lamp or something? How do I get up there? I want to go up to this fellow again. Ugh. Is it this way? I can't even remember anymore. Yes. All right, bud. I see. Okay, so the goop that we just made needs to be used for that. Okay. I think we may be okay now for this. Oh my goodness, I'm starting to lose my mind here. Maybe by going through all the rest of that, we're actually able to have a slightly different conversation with the guy up here. Because it looks like this guy is the key to it. I have 2 candles now. That might be bad. Yeah, it's got that EGA color palette, right? It's really nice. I love, yeah, these games are really good. I love games like this. This is like my favorite color palette, I think. One of the many reasons I was such a fan of like Crimson Diamond and stuff. It's like cool to see them sort of coming back a little bit. Or at least people kind of exploring it again. What am I what in the heck am I missing here? Fix the bridge. Ask the shopkeeper about the lamp, which we did. Come back here and buy the... Are we out of money or something? Are we like soft locked? I don't think so. I think we're good. Oh, hello. Guess we'll check in here. Did get some new ones, but not everything that we needed. What are we supposed to do here? I'm a little stuck. I'm worried that I did something out of order. I don't know if you can maybe oh, there we go. Okay. There we go. Sheesh. Holy moly. Okay, we're back. We're back, baby. All right. All right, back to the first page. Get our breath. Get this. Use the table. Or not. That is how we do the first one. Scatter that over here. Is that what I just read? Okay. That's a spell. Let's get some breath while we're here. Okay, so gotta head back. Big sniff. Big sneeze. Okay, that goes to them. Scroll down. So that should get us a knife. Did we get a knife? Okay, we got it now. So, we've got the knife. We now... Oh, golly. We gotta go up. Thanks. Soft lock by doing the wrong things. Roberta Williams wants to know your location. Yeah. All right, we bought candles. Do we have any tinder? I think we might actually already have tinder, right? We bought a bunch of things earlier on. What is this? Tinder box. Okay, that'll do. Go to the base of the south room. Downstairs from the bottom of the north room. What? What? Like here? Okay. There we go. Plop. I I want to say that this is basically the end. He said, unsure if it was in fact the end. Is that for you, old buddy, old pal? What do you need? I think we need to get out of here. It's kind of funny, the walkthrough just ends here. So I actually don't know what to do now. We have this orchid. The orchid must have been what we were working towards. Maybe we just need to give it... Maybe we give it... I don't know, I guess we'll just try giving it to everybody. Okay, that's what you needed. Okay, we have this Fenbark liniment. Yeah, Sierra Hotline. Are we good? Do you need this? Who wants it? that crazy adventurer is back. What do you want? Want this mortar and pestle here? Hey, buddy. Oh, did you chill out? Oh, that's nice. Is that what you need? Excuse me, sir. Grab that. Okay, I mean, not while he's raging like this. This is ridiculous. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. All right, come back to this. Maybe we're not in the right spot. Somebody else might need this. All the goodies here. All right, we're gonna figure this out. We're gonna do it. Let me ask you. No, don't leave. Don't leave. Don't do that. Can you leave? Can you leave here? Excuse me? There we go. What the heck? That was super weird. Okay, so that was the use for that. It's exciting. Can you help me out at all? Okay, we have a beeswax candle. That feels very important. We're taking the long way home. This is probably a pretty fascinating speedrun in that, like, there's probably a lot to consider here. All right, do you want the beeswax candle? It seems like something you might want. Oh no, you're all upset. You're all mad. Okay, well, do you want a beeswax candle? Do you want... What can we do here? Okay, you wanted it all along. Okay, you need a mortar and pestle. Hey, I've got one. Okay. This looks important. Okay. Hello. And a good day to you. Okay, so now we've got... Oh dear. Oh, okay, that's the end of the game. That's time. Terrific. Yeah, the second part of that game I've actually never played before, so I want to have to go back and play through it again, because that seems a little bit insane. In a good way, in the best way. But there you go. Hour 27. I was hoping to maybe do that in like 30 minutes. But yeah, book 3 turned out to be the updated Game Jam version, which I hadn't played, so about half of that. Pretty much from the cell escape onwards, that was all new. So I was kind of attached to the walkthrough, which also ends abruptly. Or maybe I missed a couple spots and I backtracked. I don't really know, but I had to do a few other things. In any case, we got through it. It was very, very fun. Game is good, and yeah, that's that. I'll go ahead and save that for what it's worth. I'll bring y'all up here for a moment. Let's get some tunes happening here. Let me quick check. Thank you for the GGs. Grub time. What do we have on grub time here? 45. All right, so I may switch gears into grubs. We'll get the grubs out of the way now. And then we'll spin the wheel again and probably snag something else at the tail end here. So let me bring up Tales of Monkey Island quick, and then we'll come back to the wheel once again. But yeah, I guess like my assumption is that basically the Drifter was being made, and I think little breaks were being taken, and then making Telwyninum on the side just to to do something different or test some things out, perhaps. But yeah, Telwyninum up until the Drifter came out was like probably my favorite PowerHoof game. I also really liked the Locomotive demo, which was also on PowerQuest. But of that kind of engine, I really love those particular games. And a lot of it's because of that EGA color set and stuff. It's so good. But then the Drifter came out, and holy smokes, the Drifter. There was part of me that just said I wasn't going to do anything other than play the Drifter tonight. Like, surprise, all Drifter. I had considered doing that. But, speaking of the Drifter, there you go. We have to attack the wheel best we can here. Sorry, I'm just saving those splits again if we end up doing any of that particular run again. We'll kick it back. I think once all the Drifter games are all the Telwyninum books are out, I will for sure do a series run of it. That's another speed run that I was looking at. Speaking of series runs, I would love to just do the whole run of Blackwell. I guess I've done it once, but I would love to do that again, or maybe kind of make that a more of a focus down the road. I think that would be a lot of fun. Okay, there we go. Let's get the timer running here. So we've got, what was it, 45 minutes? $40, $45. My 4 key not working? Oh, that's good. Okay. We hit Space Quest next. We might be in a little bit of trouble. We'll see. Why is the capture like this? What does this think it is? Oh, it thinks it's Sid Meier's Pirates. Interesting. Okay, that should be better. All right. I think all of these were done together. Yeah, they were. All right. Let's bring it up. Where are you? Live count. There we are. Let's begin, I guess, huh? So, oh, actually, really quick, I'll restart the timer here. Let me quickly change our game here. We're switching over to Tales of Monkey Island. So we're gonna knock out these 45 minutes. Thank you for all the redemptions on this. This is basically what I think is 2 sessions of Grubs that got smashed up, maybe a part of a third. But yeah, for anybody who doesn't know what this is, I have this ongoing silly thing where I'm collecting Grubs in Tales of Monkey Island Chapter 3. As you can see, there is a Easter egg that occurs if you manage to collect 100,000 of them. So this kind of started as a joke, and now it's sort of a regular feature on the channel. So yeah, we've had 45 minutes of redeems coming in. Make it 50. Make it 50. Why not? Make it 50. I'll adjust the timer here shortly. Or actually, we'll just let it run 5 over or something. I don't know. 44. Yeah, we'll do it that way. So we'll switch. We're at 44. We'll make it 49. There we go. That'll do it. But yeah, we're kind of just, I don't know, chipping away at this this kind of thing here. For those that weren't around for the beginning of the stream, There is an event coming up. For those that were around for a while, you might know the Bonathon. For those that don't, this is a, I guess, yearly thing that I do now, where I just do one super stream of just collecting grubs. And it's all to raise money for charity. We'll be raising money again for ARF of the Hamptons, the Animal Rescue Fund, or ARF, ARF of the Hamptons, which is where Bonnie was adopted from, and those folks do some pretty good work. For those that don't know, Bonnie was on like what they call a red list, which is basically a list of dogs in a shelter that they were going to put down because they just didn't have the resources to take care of them. But ARF goes around and they rescue dogs that are on red lists, and not just dogs, but any animals on red lists, and they kind of bring them to their own, own space, and then adopt the dogs out to families, and that's where Bonnie came from. So it's kind of a good cause that is close to my heart. But yeah, anyways, so we'll be raising money there. The stream's going to be at least 4 hours of grubbing, 4 hours of this brain melting nonsense. All the while, we're going to have speed runs from folks in the community running alongside the whole event. So while I collect grubs, we're actually going to be entertained by speedrunners and anybody else who has kind of cool video game exhibitions to show off. We had a good mix last year of different things. It's on YouTube in case you want to have a look. It's a very long VOD because if people donate money, every dollar towards the charity extends the counter, the time counter, the timer even, an additional minute up to 12 hours. And last time we went the full distance, it was a 12-hour grub stream with lots of fun shenanigans that occurred the whole time. But it was a good time. It's going to be on November 8th if you're interested. If you are not crazy about the grubs, maybe you'll be crazy about some of the speedrun stuff, or of course just the good cause. But that's on November 8th. If you're interested in showcasing a run or really anything that's related to it, the Angus page is up, and I think it's pinned now in Discord. So if you want to see it, it's in there. Anyways, quick and dirty version. I'll be making an official post tomorrow morning with all of the official details on it. I just has slipped through my little fingers. It's been a very busy week. We've made some pretty good headway on the October Wheel Week, so more streams like this where I'm not picking up grubs necessarily, but spinning the wheel and knocking some things out. We've made some great progress today, obviously. We've only knocked out one piece of things, but after the grubs here, we're gonna, let's see, 45 minutes. Yeah, we should be able to spin the wheel one more time and knock another one out. There's some pretty interesting stuff on the wheel still. Play Fighters, Space Quest I mentioned. There's some Monkey Island still on there. Basically, viewers submitted speedruns. If you are one of the folks who wants to add something to the wheel pool, it is massive. So it might take a while for me to get around to it. The Channel Point Redemption version is still alive and kicking. I have paused the subscriber freebies for a little bit while we knock down the backlog. But there should be some fun stuff coming up soon for sub folks. I hope. Trying to think if there's anything else to recap while we do this. Otherwise, we'll just kind of vibe out here and pick up some grubs. With 45 minutes left, or I guess a little under 45 minutes now, 50 minutes total, we should make a pretty massive dent in this. Definitely hit 16% completion tonight. Right? No. Right? No. Definitely hit 15.7. Ooh, wow. Off on my cursor tonight a little bit. Yeah, we'll get to 15.7. Maybe we make a run at 15.8. But we are a ways off to 16K. Oh, before I forget, the Telwyninum, that game we were playing, if that's of interest to anybody, that's a free game on itch. Definitely give it a shot. It's a pretty cool one, and the story is still ongoing. There's at least going to be another book. I don't know if it's been planned out to have X amount of books or not, but there's definitely at least another one in the works. We probably have a backlog of Bonnie treats as well. Maybe we'll take a quick pause in the middle of this grubbing to address that. Worst case, we'll grab it right after. I figured we'd just get into this now so that way you can kind of have a good handle on what we can do afterwards. The thing about the wheel and what's left on the wheel is there are a few things that are pretty short, and there are a few things that are definitely going to take a little bit more time. So sort of depending on what we've got left and when I need to kind of head to bed for the evening, that will kind of determine what ends up happening. But it should be a good time. This should be a fun week. I'm really looking forward to it. I'll be offline tomorrow, but I'll be back on Wednesday and Thursday. I'm going to be playing some Drifter first play, continuing that. But also playing some more Toonstruck. The last stream I had was on Thursday, I think. And the Drifter was powerful, or the Drift, well, it was powerful, that's true. But my my Toonstruck runs were going very well. I was very much dialed into it. And I just couldn't get a PB across the line, but we had more than one run that was in PB territory. And one of which was pretty spicy, but we do have a decent amount of other runs that from other streams and stuff that have pushed it quite far down. Some of the best is under 30 minutes. I kind of believe that I can probably do like I would say like a 20 to 25 second PB, which would put it pretty close to 30 flat. If I get kind of I don't know, if I string everything together. The problem with that game is it really is easy for me, and this is probably just a me problem. But I just have a tendency to mess like one thing up every run, and the game does punish you for that. You know, I feel like Monkey Island's kind of nice, where it's like if you kind of like flub a little bit here and there, like maybe, I don't know, there's just always a way to kind of fight it back a little bit, or maybe, you know, those kind of mistakes are, you know, it's a second or two, not like 10 seconds or something. The little mistakes really catch up to you in Toonstruck. I don't know. It's that weird balance in that kind of game that's like, it's partially these like really, really quick, humongous game style, like room things mixed with some kind of classic adventure gaming speedrun stuff where it's like stacking a lot of things together and just being very careful but fast on your execution. I don't know. It's been a really fun run. It's been very challenging. A lot more. Not that I thought it was going to be an easy run to learn, but there's a lot more nuance to it than I had expected when I initially started it. So it's been an interesting journey. Yeah, I should move my way back into the greens. Yeah, again, I think there were maybe two or three runs that were very, very good. One of which was very, like, extra good. But we managed to get, I don't know, we learned a valuable lesson about the box. The box as we jump over to get the dynamite. And it's one of those things that I've kind of considered maybe making a save or something before doing that. That way, like, if it does totally screw me, like, I could jump back to it. But that have to be like some next level menuing. But I have thought about that recently to be like, if I'm on a run, like maybe I could burn a couple seconds just to safety save. But I don't know. It's just a tough spot, right? Because once you get there, you have to you really can't rush that. Like hopefully you're sort of given, I think ideally, you're pretty far ahead and you can feel comfortable saying like, I'm gonna play this safe. And then the rest of it, you know, it's all pedal to the metal. But more often than not, when you get to that spot, you're in the green, but like you can be in the green, but that split's just as important as the rest of them at that point, because it's towards the end of the game. So you have to be careful. I don't know. Just thinking out loud a little bit. Yeah, Mike has been doing a very, very good grind of the game already. So that's been really cool to see. Been meaning to catch the newest PB. But I haven't gotten around to it yet. I also want to get caught up on some of these Monkey Island 2 new runs. I don't know if anybody saw that Saruya has the world record now in Monkey Island 2 Scum VM % category. A lot of really good execution. I think Steve, aka Way of Life, had been on top of that board for quite a while. Really, like out of the retirement mode for a little bit and laid down some absolutely serious runs there. So I wanted to kind of just catch up on some of those, but I just have not had the time. Been managing to keep up with a couple of the moderating things that I have to do on the boards. Like I watched one of Amesta's, or a couple of Amesta's normal % runs on Curse recently. It was nice to see that one. That's a fun run to watch though. But yeah, I gotta get caught up on those. But yeah, Toonstruck, really good stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Mike jump to the top here pretty soon. The pace at which the improvement has happened is pretty stellar. It's a hard run, but the blueprint's all out there, which is good. So I'm definitely rooting for him on it. So, a few grubs back, but we did pass the 15.7 completion number here. So we are moving along here. We're making some headway in the grub game. Very pleased with the work here. But yeah, I think that, at least for me in Toonstruck, I think I just need to continue to sink some time into it, because I don't know, it's always sort of been at this like level for me where it's like I don't fully, I don't know, like back when I was running Monkey Island 2 or Fate of Atlantis, like it's a run that I can just do like without even thinking about it. It's like an autopilot run. And then like what kind of takes it to the next level is like when I'm super dialed in and I'm thinking like 10 steps ahead all the time. But even on my bad days, you know, you can kind of like, I think probably any runner in here might know what I mean, where it's sort of like, I don't know, sometimes you have the off days, but like it's not like you ever have like a terrible time or anything. It's just sort of like you're just not getting all the way out of the bubble yet, you know, kind of just getting in the middle. And so sometimes, like, I don't know, but that's the difference, I guess, is when you can dial in, when you can autopilot, then you suddenly go real quick. And I've not really reached that level with Toonstruck yet. I think I'm getting there. I mean, the last stream that I had, was the most, I don't know, it felt like it clicked quite a bit. And it was to the point where when I actually switched over to the Drifter, I was making some mistakes, but they were mistakes that I think were happening because I was actually almost like too focused on it or something. I don't know. I was starting to go too fast through things, but that's because I'm starting to get really comfortable with pieces of it. But yeah, sometimes, and everybody does this a little bit different. Sometimes it just seems to take me a little bit longer to sort of get the total groove of it, and I feel like I'm starting to get there with Toonstruck finally. But I'm still like, you know, on runs a little bit like hesitant on certain parts of the route. Not that I haven't done it a billion times, but like, you know, I'm still not like there's just moments. Particularly in the middle of the run, kind of like post Whackman, and probably until we get to Nefarious's castle. Like those things are that window. I just have a tendency to sort of blank out every once in a while. And sometimes it affects it by like a second, and sometimes it affects it by like 5-10 seconds. It's sort of a weird phenomenon. I've not really had that happen in any other run that I've done so far, but I think it's my theory is that it's sort of like there's a lot of out and back stuff that happens, and there's a lot of opportunity, I think, to because you're kind of going over the same path over and over. I think like my speedrun brain like really wants to just it always looks for value in rooms. I've talked about this before, but it's like if you can go in and you can do as much as you can in every single room, that's usually faster, right? Because you're already kind of just getting the room out of the way almost. But it's not always like that in Toonstruck because of the way that I guess the story is segmented and where the flags are and stuff. So you kind of have to, I don't know, kind of piecemeal it out. I think it's one of those things. This is how I think about it. Because if you ever watch like, I don't know if anybody's watched like a Banjo-Kazooie Hundo run, but it's probably for any collectathon type of game, and you're watching a Hundo like 100% speedrun of it, where they need to collect all of those things, and you watch runs where they are actively skipping collectibles, because at some point later in the run they're going to come back and get them because that's what the route has been sort of ironed out to be, and it is faster. But like maybe you're like me and you watch those runs, especially in the beginning or even now when you know it's the truth, and you're kind of like, for me it's always like, I know in the like the Bubble Gloop swamp in Banjo-Kazooie Hundo, there's a part where you're kind of going over a bunch of logs and you're collecting the music notes, and there's a part where the runners will like purposefully jump over those notes to go jump somewhere else, and they're still going to the same place. And it's just one of those things where you're like, oh, I just really want to, I want them to pick it up because it's right there. I think that sort of feeling plays into me playing Toonstruck. Is a very long-winded comparison. In that I need to kind of trust the route, because when I go back to that room next time, I'm gonna do the thing, and it's actually gonna be faster because I'm in a better position, or I have the item I need, or whatever it is. It's the same reason, right? Because like when they jump away from those heckin' music notes, so you're just looking at it, you're just like, you could just pick them up right now. It can't be that slow. But it's all very like, you know, calculated and put together, and you gotta kind of trust the route. And it's not hard, I think, for runners, because you get into that. Once you know the route and you're comfortable with it, you just kind of do the route and you make it work. But yeah, I'm kind of still in a very, very slow turn on the corner for that on Toonstruck. Got another good run in me. Exactly. It's the one more thing, right? I've got one more in me. I do think that I could realistically have PB'd the other night, but I would have had to fully abandon Drifter and like work through that barrier. But yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, if that were to happen, like it would be, I don't know. I just like kind of know myself well enough where there's like a time where it's like I can tell that I'm almost I'm trying to force the run a little bit too much. So it was good that we had the Drifter in the wings to kind of detach, because now I'm feeling very confident. So when we come back for the runs on Wednesday, I think they have a potential to go pretty fast, because I think we're there now. But yeah, and also it was good that we had the Drifter because it was just a really good game. Really good video game. What's the strategy for Wacky Arcade? So in Toonstruck, the arcade section, so yeah, so I've kind of swapped the I think I've done this in reverse to some of the other runs on the board, but I do the Whackman arcade game first, which might be what you're asking for specifically, but what I try to do is I try to move into the middle position as early as possible, and try to play defense on the top side best I can while trying to keep everything in the middle. I try to throw as many ninja stars to the middle as I can. And basically the reason behind that is if I go all the way to the bottom, which also has its advantages, that's kind of how I used to do it, it just leaves everything too exposed on top. So it becomes sort of a race of like, is he going to hit all the bullseye in the back and you perish from the giant spiky ball above you, or do you manage to hit him? And the computer is really, it seems like going to lean towards defense more than anything. So the quicker you can move to the middle position and throw them out there, you can then kind of pop up and down to do some hits. But I always try to go for body shots on the opponent and then try to block a couple of the high ones, because your biggest fear is that you obviously have him hit the targets behind you, because that's the easiest way to lose. I feel like I don't think I've lost from actual like from losing enough health. So I try to play the middle, and if you manage to block one or both of the initial shots and move down, and then you hit the body from there, you suddenly have an advantage, and the computer seems to completely overreact to it. So it will either completely stay on top because it's the only advantage it has, or it will go low to try and sort of like recompensate that. And either way, it leaves something open, and you should be able to work around it. It's not perfect every time, but that's my strategy with it. The middle's the way to go. Just realizing I've got a little bit of this white grape aloe vera drink still. I'm gonna have a little sippy sip here. Yeah. But yeah, I actually did it not to front load the RNG, but I think the walk is shorter. It's actually faster to do it this way. Because I think of the way the cutscenes end, the Whackman thing just seems to yeah, it'll save you a little bit of time. I mean, it's not like a massive game-breaking time save, but it's like a second or two, which is, you know, we take those. I guess it has the added advantage of the RNG thing, but it's pretty rare when I reset on Whackman, because even when you have a bad one, you can, at least where I am at right now in the game, you can almost always like fight it back. It's never like a total deal breaker. Honestly, it truly comes down to the clown in terms of like RNG resets. Everything else is very, very minuscule, I think. Like, I think between like a bad Whackman and a bad fish, like, which is incredibly rare. Fish is almost always within like the first 5 checks. Like, the most you'll lose combined of those is like maybe 20 seconds, and I feel like that's surmountable. You know, you might be leaning into the clown a little bit, and you don't technically want to do that, but I don't know. I always feel like I throw away well over 20 seconds of like bad execution stuff, so it's like, yeah, that's always what I approach it with. And yeah, the clown is terrible. The clown, I mean, the clown, we're talking about, you know, a swing of like 45 seconds in either direction. It feels like, I don't know. I know I've lost something like 45 seconds or to a minute on a bad clown. like a really, really bad one. So it's, yeah, that there's not much you can do about that. Are you starting to run the game, Dark Shocks, or are you just curious? I know Mike had mentioned that he was going to ask you to look at Clown RNG or something. At some point, I got a DM around that. Certainly curious about it, but I'm kind of, so I don't have any information that anybody else doesn't have, but just from experience, it does feel like that particular RNG call is the same as Meche was in Grim Fandango, where that call, as far as we understand it, and this came from Tim Schafer, shout out to Havorius who tweeted the question at him, but according to what we know, is literally there's just a bank of animations that occur, and they're just called at random. And obviously in that Meche puzzle in Grim Fandango, you're waiting for a particular, I think she takes a drag from the cigarette or something like that. There's like a timing, and that's when you need to move the ashtray away. But it's fully random. But as far as we were told, that like the move that you need there, like the drag or whatever it is, that one's just weighted slightly heavier than the rest. And so again, I don't have any real information on Toonstruck, but that is exactly how this section feels. It's the same thing, where it's kind of like, I bet you the clown putting the nose down is just like maybe weighted slightly higher than the other animations, but not enough where you can kind of coax it out or anything like that. Now I'm hoping I'm wrong. But that's what it feels like. So it's, you just kind of wait for the golden ticket. And that's also why I haven't really worried too much about having, I don't know, rushing to these magnificent runs in the first half, because I know that there's always going to be another run coming afterwards. So it's always kind of just trying to learn every time from it, get a little bit better, and then hopefully by the time that RNG hits, we'll have had all of the reps that we need under the belt. So very curious about the RNG. Yeah. It is just kind of an interesting thing, right? That one, it's a unique situation. So without running yourself, that totally makes sense. Yeah. Shouts out to the folks like yourself, Dark Shocks, who do a lot of the heavy lifting for the people like me who just push the buttons at the end of the day. So we big ups to the, I don't know, the scientists, the routers, the deep divers, etc. Yeah, I had mentioned the race thing to Hal and Mad Mike a while back, because I think the initial conversation that we had was something around that he was interested in running it and was asking some questions around it, and I had mentioned oh, that would be fun. If you really get into it, this would be a great race maybe for UKSG. I don't know if Mike's actually interested in running it or not as a race. As I think Mike's already submitted it to UKSG as a solo run, but I would be down for that. But yeah, especially now that Mike is already crushing the times, it'd be pretty interesting watch, I think. Yeah, maybe I'll resurface that again as a consideration, because I think I'm probably I should be in attendance at Red this year. That's the intention. And I was like, oh, what should I submit? And I was like, well, I've been playing Toonstruck. Toonstruck would be a pretty fun one. And then I saw it was already on the list. So I was like, okay. So, but we'll see. I'm trying to figure out what I would like to do, because UKSG is fun because you can kind of do some stuff that is a little off the beaten path. Kind of like show off some interesting things. I for sure am going to submit what was that game? Dreamweb. Dreamweb is going to get submitted. I don't know if that will get added, but we're going to put it out there. That game is a visually interesting run, and there's some cool tech in that as well. Have to think about some other stuff. I don't know. That one's at the forefront of my brain though right now. Could resubmit Simon the Sorcerer again, since it never made it to the overnight last time I was at UKSG. Who knows? We'll have to think. Well, you say scheduling did me dirty. I went way, way, way overestimate, so it was like pretty deserved that I got axed overnight. It's totally fair. So it's all good. I have no bad blood or ill will towards it. I think that was the least they could do. is pull that run. That said, it was a good submission. I don't know. Simon's pretty fun. It's a very chill run, so I wouldn't mind running it back. But at the very least, I have a submission video like all set up for it, which is kind of nice. If they're worried about me going over, they can just play the VOD anyway. But all right. Anyways, we're down to the final 16.5 minutes here. It's been a very cozy collection here. 15,772 grubs and counting. Just past 11 p.m. local here, so I think that we should be able to spin the wheel once more. I'm not 100% sure if we'll be able to honor everything on the wheel. The one that I wonder about is this broken sword. I think if we were to hit the broken sword one director's cut, I think I would maybe kick that to Saturday, as I would like that one to have some room to breathe. I've not played the director's cut. I've obviously played the the classic version of the game, and I'm aware there's a few differences on it, so it should be a pretty interesting one. But I have a feeling also Broken Sword's a pretty long speedrun in its own right. So I want to have some room to breathe, but we'll spin the wheel and we'll see what happens. Worst case, you can always play some Yoda Stories. There's always time for Yoda Stories on this stream, whether people like it or not. I still actually need to go back through my my force percent run that I did last week, which was a PB by a fairly significant amount. I think it was like a 50-minute PB, and that's a 50-minute PB. So I was really pleased with that, but I almost certainly have, if not like a single mission PB, but there's at least a couple ILs that I did really, really well on there. I missed the stream live, but Spade was doing some IL grinding, and it looked pretty fun. I've never really done like a super hardcore Yoda Stories speedrun stream. It's always been kind of like a blowing off steam thing, and doing my best with it, which I kind of like. But it might be fun to kind of like really hone in on it for a day or something. but maybe in between runs or something, in between major projects, can have a look at it. It's too many video games I want to speedrun. Does the clown have a name? I don't think so. Maybe it does. I don't remember from my casual play. I think there's just, and chat can keep me honest, I'm not sure if anybody's around, but I think they just refer to it as like there's just a clown, crazy clown that they locked away or something. I also might be getting mixed up with like Deltarune or something. So I have no idea. Can't keep my stories straight. All right. 13 minutes left. Thank you again for all the redemptions today. Got pretty much a full suite of them. I think we topped out all of the Grub ones for today, and obviously we're honoring the past couple streams as well right now. Had the soda redemption. That was a tasty one. Once again, that's Tim Bark. Aloe vera, white grape, still beverage. Pretty good. Totally not digging through this GumVM source code. Yeah, I don't think there's a name for it. It's been a minute since I played it casually, I guess. I played it... I must have... Maybe it was like 2 years ago now. I've completely lost track of time. I remember all these games, but I don't really remember when I actually play them. I don't recall that. What's funny is that section works pretty well casually in terms of like that actual puzzle with the clown, because you usually spend enough time in that room putting around trying to figure out exactly what's going on, because you got the balloons up top. You know, they kind of lay it out for you. Hey, you need to, you know, this is a balloon thing that seems helpful. There's a load of actual, you know, speaking with the clown. And so by the time you kind of start to be like, well, actually, I'm not sure what to do, like that's when the nose comes off, and then you hopefully notice that the nose is clickable and you can kind of put it together. The wipes are pretty easy to find, I think, as well, because that's a cabinet that's accessible without too much trouble. So you usually have kind of what you need in there, but in either case, I don't know. It's definitely a speedrunner's nightmare, though. The other theory that I was working on for a while with that is that maybe you can do something by talking to him first, like maybe that resets better than trying to, you know, exit and re-enter. It should do the same thing in theory, but like, you know, maybe there's something that like nudges an animation a little bit earlier after exiting a conversation with the clown rather than exiting the room, re-entering. It's kind of odd. When I was first running the game, I had not a lot of problems getting the RNG to hit. It felt like. Now, it was slower maybe, so maybe I didn't notice it as much, but you know, I never noticed that it was completely affecting the run at all until a little bit later on. And I do wonder if maybe different version of ScumVM, since ScumVM is kind of weird like that, maybe different versions of it handle that call differently. I don't know for sure. But when I was initially starting the game, I was playing in 2.9.1. No? 2.9? Might be 2.9. I don't know. One of the two newest versions. and I wasn't really having any problems. And then I've since moved back to 2.7 to make sure that I get the quick text skipping, which is native to the game, but ScumVM devs have taken that out of the game and have no intention of re-adding it, which is a bit of a bummer, but for a casual player, it's not a problem. But that's when I started noticing it. I think that's coincidence, though. That the RNG calls feel different. I think I was just getting faster and paying more attention to it. So, take no mind of my rantings, but... Final 8 minutes. I think we're cooking along pretty well here. But yeah, initially I actually really wanted to play on DOSBox. Speaking of Toonstruck, I was going to try to get that to run on there, but I think the game packs that are packaged on GOG and Steam are basically built to work specifically in ScumVM, and I think they're missing some key files that DOSBox would need to get them to work. I might be wrong on that, but I've spent a lot of time trying to get that to happen when I was first kicking off my speedrun, and then especially after I realized I was going to have to play in an older version of ScumVM to make it play like the original game did. So it's yeah, I don't know, make it work, right? These days I'm playing in 2.7. And it's running pretty well, for what it's worth. .9 was a little bit of a struggle bus. It just totally felt off, and then obviously the skipping of the text and stuff was a bit brutal. I don't think my hands could have taken much more of that. It was like doing a Grim Fandango speedrun, like a remastered speedrun, but like times a million. It's like the pace is so much quicker for that stuff that, yeah, my hands were not going to be able to handle that for too much longer. Clown is called Spike, but it's not mentioned in the code. Okay. Spike. Maybe there's a cutscene where they refer to that, and I've just forgotten. Bum, bum. Yeah. What are you up to? Okay, 15.8. Missed it by a couple grubs there, but happy 15.8 completion percent. Again, for people who may not know what the heck is going on, just vibing out. We are collecting 10,000 of these things. 10,000. Excuse me, 100,000. If only it was 10,000. 100,000 grubs. Not all tonight, of course, but over time. Collecting them. For a very silly, totally not worth it Easter egg that happens, but we're here for the yucks, we're here for the bit. Sticking with it. Yeah, 5,000 overdue, right? Yeah. I don't know how I'd feel about that. The Easter egg is a lie. But yeah, we're chugging away here. Grub by grub, day by day. Yeah, when I first started doing it, I was saying 10,000, because I was like, we can get to 10,000, that's not too bad. And then I was quickly corrected where it's like, no, it's you're missing a zero there, woofs. And then it got a little bit real. It was a very weird feeling when we got to 10,000 because it was such a massive, you know, monumental bookmark type moment in the whole thing, and then okay, I just have to do it 9 more times. Yeah, milestone is the right word. That's true. Sometimes I just kind of work around the right word. It's like I can't think of it. Ah, stream brain, am I right? Millstone, yeah. Bum bum. Bum bum bum. A word puzzle game? Oh yeah, I bet. That would be my, like, kryptonite. For stream. I mean, I actually, like, I'm just pleased that I managed to somehow get through 4th grade clue finders a while back. Because it's supposed to be simple math, but nothing is simple on stream for me. That was a tough one. Multiplication tables, the whole 9. All right. Hi, Bond. You want a treat? Okay. Got the dog here with us. Let me grab this last grub, maybe? Did I already pick it up? I already did. I just blanked out there for a moment. Keep him. Did I get the button for that? There we go. So we have calculators for, right? Go. All right, Bon, we'll give some treats over here. Let me take a look at what the damage is. Got one from Interplastic. We've got one from Yo Chris Bro. We've got another from Interplastic. And I want to say that's everybody. So we got 3 treats coming in. Thank you both very much for those treats. Ooh, that's a freebie, Bon. Did it fall on the floor? I don't know if it did. I think it did. Extra treat here. Yeah, we've got the tech. We've got them. Got the calculators. Might as well do it. Cool. All right. Let me... Oh, we only have a minute. Can you wait 1 minute? Okay, cool. Bonnie being very good. Being very patient. Forgot we were right at the tail end. I was like, oh, we'll take a quick break and give her some treats. But then I realized we're basically done. We might as well take this sucker home. So I was, my guess to try to break 15.8 was correct. We're making some decent headway into 15.9 here. Should be able to cap this one off with a nice bit. Well, cryptic crosswords. Oh. Cool. Alright, we'll hand this one in and call it here. Thank you very much again, everybody, for the redemptions. Wabam. Alright, we finished today with 15,821 grubs. Let us save the game. I've been doing it on every single one of these 3 here. This is our autosave. We'll go back, and we shall quit. Terrific. Good work, everybody. Let's get some treats for the dog here. This is very important, of course. Thanks for your patience. People who have been treating it up. Bonbon, where are you? Can you come into the camera, please? Thank you. Oop, there she is. Let's get her up on the big screen. Let's see. So yeah, we have one from Interplastic coming in here. One from Yo Chris Bro. Thank you very much. And another Interplastic one here. Kind of do a little bookend treat giving thing here. She also did get one that fell on the ground there, so technically there was a fourth treat we'll save from the rest of chat here. Get her some good pets here. Oh, and a good scritchy. Oh, yeah, okay. You got the leg in there? All right. She's all the way in there. Hello. All right, you okay, bub? Yeah? Okay. Good stuff. All right, thanks everybody for the treats. All right, well, bam. Let me really quick clear out our counter here. Perfect. Boom. All right, so it is 11:30, which is fairly late. It's a little bit of a shorter stream today because I got a little bit of a late start and I have an early one tomorrow. So let's see what we can do here because we might be able to knock out a couple runs, but it sort of depends on what gets hit here. At the absolute worst, we'll do a little bit of Yoda Stories for the folks at home because it's fun. Well, let's see what we get. Okay, we can definitely do this one. We got Space Quest 1. Put in by Thradash. This was a one from a while ago. But yeah, Space Quest, a game that I, until maybe, I don't know, around when this wheel was created, I'd never actually played. So that is kind of cool. I've watched many a speedrun of Space Quest. Very much enjoyed the One Short Eye videos and other related things, but I had never gotten around to playing it myself. So, kind of an interesting one here. Let's see, only a few left here. We're doing great work on this particular wheel. We're down to, it's about 8 left, it says. So not too shabby. Great. Okay, so here is what I'm going to do. Because I have a sneaking suspicion that Bonnie needs to head outside for a minute. I may take a quick break and then get in the background Space Quest set up. When I return, we'll do the run. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. And I'll get into it when we get into it. But maybe for now, I'll throw you the BRB. Everybody hang tight. I will see you in just a few. Alright, folks, you may have heard a little bit of it in the background there, but we've got some Space Quest going now. Oh, this is going to be an interesting speedrun. I'm excited about it, though. Let's see. I guess I will just dive you folks right in here. Where am I? There I am. Space Quest. Bam. Okay. Times Cryptic Crossword Champ for the second year in a row. 15 times total. Holy cow. I'll have to check this out. I'm not 100% familiar with what the cryptic crossword is, but it sounds cool. Okay. Very hard. Well, Slams James, I think I'm with you. I feel like as soon as I open one of these things up, my brain will melt. I'll try to do one tomorrow or something, and I'll come back on Wednesday and talk about how poorly I did or something. Or I'll post in Discord. Alright, so we're going to play Space Quest 1. This was a request that's been on the board for a while. We're going to do my best, or I'm going to do my best to try to play this thing. They're not intuitive. Yeah, I have a feeling that... I know the feeling. Every crossword is cryptic if you're stupid enough. Oh, fair enough. That is true. Well, speaking of stupid, you're about to see a really stupid person try to speedrun this game poorly. I'm excited about it. But yeah, there are people who are faster than me at this video game. You might have guessed. This is my first official speedrun. I have done the route front to back within the last couple of weeks. But yeah, I'm excited. We can do this. I wonder what is a good time in this. Obviously 3:24 from Santa. The parser goat, I would say. But what's our DFL time here? Okay. So we can be top 10 if we can get under 1550, and shouts out to Julian Riku, who has some excellent Colossal Cave times that we were running against back in the day as well. It looks like everything kind of skews towards the sub 10 mark. So if we can get under 10 minutes, that would be nuts, but there's no way. There's no way. I think if we finish under an hour, let's get real here. But we'll see how it goes. Alright, should we begin? Oh, hang on. The one thing I should check before I close this down is, what are the timing rules again? Timing begins when hitting enter when restarting with F9. Timing ends upon pressing enter in the final command. Okay. So F9. So this will be our time here. Get that started up. Enter to restart. Here we are. Again, we're going to play some of this safe because I stink at this game. And this is literally like time number whatever. Oh. Time number 1 of me really doing this. Get card. We need to take the elevator down. And shout out Santa, by the way, who put together some very, very nice guides here, which I have parsed into my own very bad language here. Right, take next elevator. Okay, we're already dead. Okay. Let's try that again. Need to make sure I'm safety saving a little bit here. Fast. Death percent. There's a cheat percent category, right? This is that one. Oh, disc is fine. Speedrun. Speedrun. Perfect. This is the next elevator, I think. "17 minutes? Okay, let's see if we can beat Space Quest Historian. We won't. Spoiler, we will not. But we're gonna try. Okay. Push open. Go right. Mind the body. Mac Jones over here. Insert card. Elevator. Oh, wait, let's go down first, right? Push airlock. Push right. Get suit. Okay. Push left. Get gadget. Here we go. Push button. Go pod. Wear belt. Close door. Push power. Push auto nav. Pull lever. Oh, okay. Guardian's Weekly Cryptic. Okay. I'm absolutely going to give these a shot. Sounds amazing. Okay, I don't know if we're going to world record on this one. Oops. It's a split, I believe. Okay, remove belt. Take kit. Open kit. Exit. Let's do a quick save here. Oh. Get glass. We have to go right. 3 screens. Scroll my notes back. Da, 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 da. I think this is the spot. Turn. Is it here? Turn dial? Okay. I think I got a little bit lost here anyway. So we saved when we got out. So this is get glass. One. Oh dear, oh dear. Now I remember that I can't do that, or I shouldn't do that because of that particular thing. we're gonna hope it the old-fashioned way. Am I going north? Is that what this is instead of... Yeah, I have to go here. Oh, this is it. Okay. Now we're good. And then from here... We can turn the dial now. Okay, yeah, this is the cave. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, hang on. I've planned for this to happen. Okay, this is fine. I'm gonna do it this way. This is the smart way to do this, is type it in immediately. Okay, there we go. First time every time. Get part. Is this the last spin of the night? Probably. Probably. We have to go up to the hidden elevator now. There's a small chance I might fire up a Yoda story to send us off. This game is so impressive, like, to watch people speedrun this. With the zips and stuff. I know it's like you can kind of calculate it, but holy cow, it's pretty cool to see. A lot of respect. There's no zipping happen on this one. We are just doing it the old-fashioned way. All right, what do we got? Hidden elevator, navigate to rock. Okay, I think this is the rock. Get rock. Done. Let's save. West. Okay, yeah, this I died in a lot back in the day. By back in the day, I mean when I was doing my other test run of this. Yeah, scoot around like that. Put rock hole. Okay, so it says north navigate. Oh no, how did I manage to big.txt this? I just made these notes. I don't know where I am. Okay. At least we saved here. Alright, catch you later, Dark Shocks. Good to see you. There we go. It's like a very specific spot it feels like you gotta be on for that. Alright, so I have a big note to save here. Oh yeah, this makes sense to save right now for sure. I actually don't even know 100% how to get through this 100% without dying like that every time. That we actually made pretty far that time. It felt like going up, over, and then maybe down. No. There's probably a method. Oh, we did it. Okay, let's make a save now that we made it through. Great stuff. Okay. We gotta keep moving down the line. Yeah, just eat the RNG. Okay, so it is random. Which I guess isn't too surprising, but... Alright, this video is just kind of waiting for the cutscene here. Now this is a part that took me forever. We're gonna be doing the skimmer for a minute. I think this is maybe part of the speedrunning experience for this one. Okay. Go. Skimmer. Turn key. So I'll save here, I guess. So the notes I think that Santa put together were that it's good to hang towards the left, because then you can kind of just worry about one particular thing coming through. I probably should have saved. This is way longer than you think it is. Be unlucky here. I feel like sometimes it like... I mean, it must just look for where your spaceship is. Okay, this is actually going really well, I think. Okay. That's okay. Because we were really cooking over here for a little bit. Look at us. We're still going. Look at us. Who'd have thought it? Oh my goodness. That, for me, is amazing. Everything is a gold, but that would have been an absurd. That's the fastest that we've ever gotten around that. That's terrific. All right. I have to move my notes down because that was a lot faster than I expected. Okay. So from here, we need to get the key, exit skimmer. Did we save on the speedrun thing? I hope so. End to offer, head west, return immediately. This guy should come back, I think. Yes to that deal. Alright, so then we're gonna head in here. forget how to do this. Okay. We had to wait for that guy to perish, I guess. Is it Fuse Machine? What is this thing? Oh, okay, it just automatically does this. So we just do this in 3, it looks like. And then F8. Uh-oh. 3, F8. So as far as I know, that this is like a a cheat, I guess, but it's legal in the run. So we have all the money now. We gotta head north. I think this way. Droids be us. We have to buy a droid, which I think is this one here. Finish Broken Sword 2, or excuse me, 4. Interesting. King Graham and the Grams. I think we have to go this way, right? Down and back up. Buy ship. Load. HH. Okay. Amazing. All right, we're going to switch to this. Yeah, one of these days I'm going to have to play Broken Sword 3 and 4. They are in the first play pool for sure. Or in the wheel pool, I guess, generally speaking. So it should be doable. We're jetpack, exit ship. What am I missing here? All right. There we go. It's like, how do I open this door? Okay. But I would love to have an opinion on one of those. These later ones that seem to be kind of contentious. Look suit. Okay, I think that must be good. Take first elevator, head west. Go east. Do I have to wait until like this gets out of the way? Don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me, don't kill me. I think we're probably good until this all comes off. Okay, so we're definitely going to want to save on this room here because this is a timing thing. Okay. We got away with one there. Okay, so we have the gun now. I'm actually gonna save and I'll put it under rocks because I don't know if that was 100% right. Drop the grenade. Uh-oh. Alright, so we're back here again. Down. And the recommendation is to save because of that. Okay. Fire pulse ray upon transition, which is F6. Oh, maybe that was to take care of that other guy. I don't know. Get remote. Push button. Look panel. 6. 8. 5. 8. Enter. Jams. Time to blow this taco stand. Okay, we're just gonna quietly go this way. Head west, save. Take first elevator. Saving. Oh. Okay. All right. Ooh. Got him. Take other elevator. I guess that's this one. Good note. Navigate to pod. I'm guessing that this is the right way. hello. Okay, didn't load in this one. That's nice. Is this the right room? Maybe not. Maybe I went the wrong way. I think I went the wrong way. Hello, goodbye. Oh, okay. Put ourselves in quite a pickle here. We must have to go in that top section there. Oh, hello. Okay, we're gonna be playing this game then. Keep finger on the F6 key, Ramo. Got him. We must have to go south here. That's my guess. Like, it just says go to the pod, which is not a very helpful. No, no. I tried going through the door. Did not make it. Oh, okay. That was really fast. Jeez. Okay, game quit on me. Alright, there we go. Yeesh. And then we die again. Oh, they're not in one room, they're in the next one. Okay, I'm out there. Got him. It's okay, we're right over here. Okay. It's actually better. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay. Somehow we managed to get through this whole thing here. And this is just this one again. Do we go left? No, we came in from the left. If we go down this one? Holy cow. Okay, so it was right in front of us the whole time. Okay, I think that's time. Yeah, that was time. We'll have to obviously fix that up a little bit, but we did it. There we are. All right. So the time ended when I finished hitting launch. So maybe it's a few seconds off, just a bit there, but that was clean enough. Apparently I missed the entire the switch over to the final spaceship area in terms of the splits, but the time 27:57 roughly. I'm actually pretty pleased with that. That's a hard run. But I think the 27 is a bit more respectable than like my King's Quest 3 run. So I'm happy with that. Welcome back, Weird Proc. Yeah, we're doing some Space Quest 1. We just finished. But I'll take it. It's a fun first try through. I'm sure future runs will go a little bit smoother. It's like, I remember most of it because I learned this a couple weeks ago. But there are a few spots where my notes were not obviously as clear as it should have been. But really fun game. I like it. I like the humor in this game. Hey, Seagull. Yeah, that Tom Cruise movie where he dies 100 times. That's it. This is basically a time loop, sort of like that type of game. Yeah, pretty much though. We got stuck in the middle of that thing in a bad way. It's interesting because on the skimmer, like going through all those the rocks and stuff, that was actually the smoothest I've ever had that in my very short time learning this game. But every other time when I'm going through the final kind of like spaceship at the end, I've only had to run into a couple times where I've needed to reload because of deaths. But yeah, we ran into everybody. Everybody was out walking with us on that. Thank y'all for the GGs. That's a fun one. I'll take a roughly 2757. It was like a 2750 or something. I want to say that there's another one of these on the wheel. Let me check. Not on the wheel, maybe, but maybe it's in the pool. Let me double check it. Because there's definitely some folks out there who love the Space Quest. Yes. Well, there's Space Quest VGA from Santa, Space Quest 2, Space Quest 5, Space Quest 3. So yeah, there's more Space Quest to be done eventually. We're gonna be on all the boards someday. Whoops, Galactic Warrior. Thank you for playing Space Quest. Thanks very much for having us. Quit. Cool. That was fun. That was a good time. A little Space Quest for y'all. Alright. Well. We do have a Bonnie treat. She has been throwing a fit. Mid-run, she was like whacking me for a minute. She really, really wanted to have a treat. So, let's appease the dog here. Thanks, Soul Driver, for the treat. A tasty one there. I'm trying to decide. We definitely don't have enough time for another spin. But I could be convinced to maybe fire up Yoda Stories for a minute because I'm sick of, and I simply can't get enough of that game. And I think I am going to do it. You know what? Treat yourself, they say, right? Why not a Yoda story? I can give it up whenever I want, that's right. I can quit anytime. I don't have a problem. You have a problem. Just resetting our counter here. That'll do. All right. From one sci-fi adventure to the next. Let me just double check that these are all going to be set correctly. Easy, fast, small, and yeah, we've reset the counter here. Cool. All right. Save those splits. That's a PB. All right. Extra body treat and a Yoda for me. That's right. Yeah, she got a little extra one earlier. Maybe we'll do one before we sign off for today. Let's begin. Maybe we could... Geez. Let's do one more reload here. Alright, this is the one we're taking. Timer is struggling to start here. I don't know what's going on. I'll just, like, manually do it here. Oh, okay. Guess we're taking R2. So you can take R2 as an item in this, and it's supposed to give you hints. However, it's not super helpful. Especially once you kind of know what you're doing in the game. He's definitely not of any assistance. He kind of just takes up inventory space. Where the heck is Yoda? There he is. Leia is missing. Okay, this is a good mission in terms of speed. Yoda. Yoda man. Thank you very much. That's kind. Oh, nice. We got our locator right away. How big is this map? It's not terrible. I don't hate it. Okay, absolutely nothing down here. So the nice part about this particular map that we're working with here, this mission, is that it's famously short, or it can be, I guess, at its like peak. You can really get cooking on this thing. Okay. Alluvial dampener is definitely what we needed. Okay. What do you want? Find something useful. Yeah, I always get excited when this mission comes up because there's a chance that you can get a really, really fast one here. I think both the first and second place times use this particular mission. This is the end zone, I think, right? Or something? No? What do you need? Requires glow rod. Not yet. This last one is something. Alluvial dampener. Okay, cool. Hello, excuse me. I heard you might need an alluvial dampener. Oh, wow. Okay, and you're getting me a glow rod, which we need for this one. Okay, this is getting interesting. It looks like we need to go through there, but it wasn't letting us in. Okay, there we go. Hello? You want a glow rod? There you go. That's a grappling hook. Alright, so let's... Excuse me. That's the exit area. Okay, I mean, we've maybe got a shot at a fairly good time here, as long as we can navigate the ending section. Like, Because you never know, I guess, with that final puzzle, if I get screwed with that one, or I'll be kind of dumb. It's always on the table with this stream. Right, so this guy will give us the thing. You want power terminal, maybe? Oh, and he never gave us the thing. Thank you. We opened a door. Yes, we did. And this should be, yeah, this is the breathing mask one to get what's oftentimes the data cube. I feel like I've seen that one before, at least. Yeah, data cube. Nice. Okay. Oops. Left, up and around. Come on. Let me out. 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 Thank you. Okay, so we're ready for the end now. Everything has been... Oh my gosh. Come on. Everything has been handled. Trying to move with the mouse here because it is faster to do so a lot of the time when you're navigating a lot of other stuff, but it's like, there we go. These always have the data cube. Gonna say, I feel like I always notice the data cubes. That makes sense. Okay. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. Thank you. My goodness. Rude troopers. So I know a lot of the time we need to go and clear these folks out, so I'm gonna try and make sure I'm doing so along the way. Thank you for walking directly into my... Okay, that's good. I thought did that open the trap door, I wonder? You want the data cube. Wow, that's a PB. That's a big old PB right there. Let's go. Holy cow. I'm glad we fired the sucker up for one more little victory lap after a solid effort at Space Quest, technically a PB. This one comes in and completely shatters my old one. We had an 8 and change, and we are down in the 6s now. That makes me really happy. Holy moly. Who would have thought? That's great. Yeah, 857 was my old PB, it looks like. Well, that's great. Look at this. Again, whenever you get this particular mission, I get excited because I'm like, hey, you know, maybe it'll happen. Maybe it'll happen this time. Great stuff. Cool. Well, I'm very, very pleased. Get the heck out of Dodge here. Cool. Not upset at all about that. Sudden urge to play some Yoda Stories for sure. Yeah, I closed the gap quite a bit. So I think you're the spot ahead of me, Spade, it looks like. Still another minute and a half, but like that was a good old time there. 650. Pending retime. I'm pretty sure that's... which one is that? Nibiru, I think, is the name of that one. I think? Doo-doo. My previous best on the IL board is like over 15 minutes, so... That's great. Anyways, well, we'll end on a high here, because I'm happy with that. I don't think we're beating any of that today, but a really fun day of spins. Got a couple in today. Got to revisit Telwyninum. Randomly discovered that there is more to Chapter 3 now than the last time I played it, so that was kind of sick. And then, yeah, Space Quest. Finally played Space Quest on this stream. It's been many years coming, considering a lot of people have asked me to do that for a long time. And then a Yoda Stories PB. To tie it all together.